Glen, where did that one get away on you, do you think?
Oh, second half, probably the last 30 minutes of the second half. Obviously, we unfortunately had some pretty big injuries, I think, with Frank Lamani, our captain, coming off, then Poni coming on, with some big injuries around when you try and test your bench. And we knew what the Blues were doing. We knew what they'd do at half-time, change sort of how they were playing. I thought for the first 40, we were right in their face and doing some good stuff there. But Eden Park against the Blues is never easy to keep that going for 80.
Is their size up front, their chief strength and what they're able to kind of, I guess, base their game around?
Oh, 100%. That's why they've won trophies. They do play a little bit of rugby. They've got some great rugby players, but their forward pack and type 5 have obviously dominated this competition for the last sort of 2 or 3 years. So it's hard when, we don't quite look after the ball, then we give away a penalty, and then you sort of rinse and repeat of getting back into the 22 and trying to defend rolling mauls.
Any grumbles about not being able to do your traditional challenge before the game, or did you know that beforehand? Or
yeah, well, we got told last night, which was obviously a little bit of a grumble. I think for such an occasion, I think Super Rugby Pacific is about incorporating what the Pacific brings, and obviously we haven't been able to do it. I've got a few grumbles with how heat protocols are going on in Fiji. We're not been able to get our game going. We're not allowed to do the emboli there either because it's too hot. It's last week I think it was 28 degrees with some rain. Not been able to do emboli, so there's issues like that. And you're right, I suppose. And then obviously today I thought it was a really special occasion to be able to do it on the field. The really good thing is we obviously got hold of the Mandiri kids to come in to do it in front of them. It was actually a great occasion, and it's just a shame for the people who came to the ground not to be able to see it live again. Sorry, Alice.
Oh, good.
Good to see you, mate. I said you were injured, see?
Yeah.
Not always.
Glen, you're obviously striving for greater consistency. How do you think you take that next step?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, we've got a young squad, right? So we're 5 years in the comp. When you're playing champions like that and you see what we can do, I think in terms of that, like I said, for the first 45 minutes, it's about the belief of them believing you can do it again in the second half. And, just some basic errors that we didn't quite get right around, down the left-hand side, and we had an opportunity to score and we didn't get that chance. And then, like I said, the Blues went to the Blues and they were world-class at it. So we've got a 6-day turnaround, so we can't mope too long. Obviously, we go to the Crusaders for their last home game at their park, and I know these boys have got some bumps and bruises. It was pretty brutal, and we've got to recoup and get down there and put a good show on. But
you must be pleased with how you managed to rattle the Blues so much as well.
Yeah, look, the boys are good players. There's some great athletes in our team. I thought young Sefo at 12 was outstanding on debut. We've taken time on getting him on the field, and he really showed he's a class athlete. And I think we've got obviously Isoa here plays just about every 80-minute game to take him off and try and get him ready for Christchurch. It's important that a squad which is young and reasonably experienced Super Rugby, that they've got to keep believing that they are right for this competition.
Glen, what do you think changed in the second 40? Because you did say you were in it and you were. So what do you think changed sort of in the second 40 that you didn't get right, sort of that you did in the first?
Yeah, look, we got a penalty early doors, took the points. Probably if we look back, maybe it was a chance to keep the foot on the throat a little bit and see if we can get further ahead. I know that took us in the lead, which was good, but then to be able to hold the Blues out, and as we said at half-time, we knew what was coming. It wasn't like it's a mystery around when you watch the Blues what's coming, and that was gone strong, driving maul. Bit of fatigue kicked on, I reckon, with some of our boys, and then so we're then on the back foot, then defending mauls. And when you're doing that for a fair bit of the game, it's unfortunately they got their tails up, and then again we had a good opportunity to score on theirs, and we turned it over and they score 100 metres. It's little moments like that are what makes difference between a champion side and a team that's just competing.
So what do you guys take out of the game as you head to play defending champions, and always tough down there? What are the positives for you guys?
I think definitely the first half, we were playing in the right parts of the field. Physicality that I mentioned before, physicality and our discipline was really good. So if we can just double down on that and make it 80-minute effort, should help us.
With it mostly, as Glen touched on, kind of a younger crew, you're regrouping talent-wise. You've had a couple of big wins against two very good teams. Do you feel this is a team still searching for your best stuff?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're still building towards our peak, and I definitely know that we're close. We're that close to getting it. So it's just a matter of staying disciplined and having patience.